Hi, everybody. We are here at the Global Digital Health Forum. My name is Nick Martin, and I'm interviewing today a very dear old friend, Peter Benjamin. Peter, do you want to say hi and introduce yourself?
That's so sweet. Thanks, Nick. I'm Peter Benjamin with Health Enabled and also one of the coordinators of the Digital Health and the Climate Crisis Working Group.
I want to dig in a little bit deeper at the intersection of climate and digital health. Why should someone care about this topic heading into 2024?
Absolutely. Well, I'll say it like this. Do you know what is the biggest challenge to human health this century?
Tell me.
That's the climate crisis. And the second question is, will digital health make that better or make that worse? We're here at the Global Digital Health Forum, hundreds of people all actively, passionately trying to do this work to, they think, improve health. It's possible they're doing the opposite, because every single piece of digital technology causes environmental harm. From the mining the minerals like coltan, to the production, to the transport, to the electricity, ending up as e-waste. So we know every bit of tech is actually hurting the environment. We don't know yet whether the way we apply digital health will actually have a net benefit to human health. And that's why we have to be much, much more responsible about the way we do our work.
So talk to me about some of the potential positives you see. What gives you hope about technology and specifically digital health impacting the climate crisis?
Absolutely. Two ways. First, use those strange words of mitigate and adapt. Mitigation means reducing the level of greenhouse gases and other pollutants that are hurting our environment. And the healthcare sector as a whole is a huge emitter of greenhouse gases. By some measure, 5% of all the environmental harm comes from the healthcare as a whole. And digital health can reduce a lot of the resource intensive. So it makes it many fewer people need to travel, need to go to hospitals. In some countries, people are planning fewer hospitals because of the higher level of digital self-care, and that hugely reduces the harm. The second area here is how can digital health help us as a species adapt to what's
so important
happening and coming worse, the adaptation to the climate shocks that are there. You know, a year ago, a third of Pakistan was under water. So how do you keep giving insulin to someone where the clinic's not there, the roads aren't there? And there's a project here, IRD, there's Indagi Mahfouz, which is a system supporting children getting immunization that was able to really quickly rebuild the immunization campaign in the country after the floods. And there are examples now from all over the world. We're needing to work out how can we use digital health to build the resilience of health systems where things fall apart.
Peter, you have a small but mighty group that's working on this as a working group. Do you want to share a bit about that group, how it's organized, and some of the outputs that you have worked on and maybe have planned for next year?
Thanks a lot for that. There's a small group, to give you all the acronyms. Digital health and interoperability is a big umbrella of these things. And we're the climate crisis and digital health working group. There are about 80 people or so in it from all over the country. This is such a new field. We're basically just finding out each other. This year was all about awareness, working out what resources we have, getting some profile here at the conference, and thanks a lot for the help on that, Nick. Next year, we'll be producing guidelines of what all digital health projects should do to be responsible in the climate crisis. Things around renewable energy and green computing, and basically the things to, as we say, first do no avoidable environmental harm. Just don't mess up by just getting...
First things first. Yeah.
And then secondly, working out how we can learn as fast as we can how to use the digital health systems to support when these climate shocks happen, when resilience. There was a great conversation here with someone called Javier from the Red Cross. Their job is to go into where there's wars happening, where conflicts are happening. How do you get the health system working where everything else is falling apart? Because
Incredibly challenging.
bombing each other. That's the way the large parts of the planet are going to be over the next decade. Not with other humans fighting, but with absolutely challenging crisis situations
Related to climate.
related to climate. And so we need to work out where these shocks happen, what works and what doesn't, what makes the health system keep functioning under crisis and what falls apart. So we can learn that the best practices and design that into all digital health systems so they're more resilient when these things happen even more around the world.
Peter, we're so grateful that you're doing this work, that you are championing this working group, and that you will be engaging in our course with our incredible students who are watching this. So we thank you for your time, we thank you for your effort, and we wish you a wonderful rest of your conference.
A real pleasure. Thanks a lot, Nick. Cheers.
Thanks so much.